Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori. You guys asked me about pendulums, so we're going to talk about it. So if this is your jam, cool. If it isn't something that you align with, that's fine. But people have asked me about pendulum usage, and you guys know I do a lot of energy work. It's a huge part to what I do. Just for myself, my own practice, I do a lot of like earthy kind of things, earth magics, things like that. It just really works for me. It's been transformational in my world, in my life. It's really helped me be here. I was raised Southern Baptist, and it just didn't really align with me, and I'm okay with that. So you have to find what really works for you and practices for you. And I do a little bit of everything because I'm pretty fortunate that I get to work with clients all over the world. So I get to work with clients who practice everything from paganism to Scientology to Catholicism to Muslim to Kundalini to voodoo to everything. And it's amazing. And I practice Buddhism. I do a little bit of everything. So Buddhism is not a religion. It's a lifestyle, but not a religion. And I do a lot of earthy stuff. It just really has been connective to me, really helps me stay grounded. I pull my cards. I'm intuitive. I've been intuitive all my life. So that's been a huge part to just my journey in the world. And so I wanted to show you a pendulum. I was looking, I was like, my pendulum has a little knot in it. Doesn't matter. He'll still work for me. So I don't want you to just go online and just buy a pendulum. I prefer you to go somewhere. I mean, if you're in a space where you don't have any pendulum shops, then that's fine. But I like for you to go and to actually touch them. I have so many pendulums because if they call me, so when you're picking out crystals, pendulums, cards, if you're doing tarot cards, angel cards, whatever you're picking out, oracle cards, you want to touch them to try to see if they work really well with you and that they're connected to you. You'll know, I mean, it's not some aha moment, but you'll know. And the more you do it, the better it is. But with a pendulum, pendulums only respond off energy, but they also respond off yes, no questions. You can't sit there and ask, and know this too, and this is what I'm going to tell you, and you guys know I teach meditations, mindfulness, I'm a mindful expert, and allowing yourself to be open. Okay, when I say open, you can't go into it with some calculated motion like, is Bob going to be my guy? Like, okay, let's not go into it with some weird, let's try to change other people's free will. You never do energy work of any sorts with the idea of trying to get someone to do something, ever. That will come back to bite you 3 times fold. It's kind of like The Craft. If you've never not seen the movie The Craft, I love the movie. But you can't, that's why you have to I bind you, Nancy, from harming yourself and harming others, because you can't be in a space of wanting to change other people's free will. So let's say it's just like, I'm going to give you an example. So first of all, with your pendulum, right, it's going to swing on its own. You're going to see it. I'm going to show you the whole thing. So first and foremost, yeah, I mean, some people do it over paper. You don't have to. I mean, I guess because you can if you choose to. I prefer to do it over my hand just because I'm very connected to all of my tools that I use in the energy world. So typically I'll show you because he'll talk to me and I'll show you. So I do this. I say, okay, show me yes. Okay, do you see how it's going back and forth? That's yes. I'm not going to stop it. Show me no. See how it goes in a circle? That's no, right? Thank you. I always thank my pendulums. You always thank them because they're working. And you see, I mean, look, I'll show you. Like I'm literally not. Look, I'll show you again. Watch, I'm just going to keep this here. Show me yes. Watch my hand. Okay, just watch my hand. Show me yes. Show me no. See, I'm not moving my hand, right? Thank you, thank you. So now this is where you would answer questions like, you would ask yes or no questions. Be careful of trying to do so from a place of desperation. See, that's the key. People just grab pendulums and flip cards and go, is this going to be my job, a choice? Like, stop using your energy stuff as you're kind of weaponizing it in some way, and you don't want to do that. If you're not doing energy stuff from a place of consciousness, a place of openness, and a place of no expectations, then you're doing it for the wrong reason, and it's going to come back to bite you. So we're not going to do that. So a good example of a yes/no question is, I'm thinking of one in my head while I'm sitting here talking to you, because obviously I don't plan out my questions. That's ridiculous. You don't want to plan it out, then that's calculated. Okay, here's one. Okay. Will I remain ahead of the game in my podcast recording? Give it a minute. Let it think. Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Thank you. Right? So let's say, so you want to ask if you're kind of on the right path of something. Don't ask for it for a purpose. That's not what you're using your pendulum for. Just like, and don't be like, am I on the right path? Well, what the hell does that mean? Now, I said, do you see how I specified with being ahead of the game for my podcast? You must be specific. Not like, will I be happy? Will I find the person of my dreams? We're not doing that. Do not use your pendulum, your cards, or any other energy practices, any prayer, anything to try to change the narrative of life. It's strictly for self. So let's say I say, okay, let's do this. Should I continue to, so I asked the question with this in my hand and then I lift it. Should I continue to focus not mainly, let me reframe that. Should I continue to focus on growing the podcast platform? Got to give it a second. Okay, this says yes. Good, thank you so much. And it will tell you yes, it'll tell you no. But that's kind of the gem on pendulums, and I have several of them. Do you see how I'm holding it like this? When you have your pendulum, when you first get it, you want to make sure that you cleanse it in the new moon or the full moon. Make sure you do your Palo Santo, Palosanto, Palo Santo, along with your regular smudging, your regular sage. And so it becomes you. Do not let people touch your pendulum. Do not use it as a party trick. Do not use it for personal gain. You're just simply looking to it for clarity. And I don't know that a lot of people tell you that. So since I teach energy work, it's a huge aspect to what I do with my clients. I know I see that you got this little knot. I'm trying to get it out. But when you are working with energy tools and you're dealing with the universe and manifestation and mindfulness, you do not do so from a place of selfishness, of a place of narcissism, of a place of ego. You always do so with the open and willingness to hear it with no expectation. And that's why a lot of times when people use other tools, energy tools, it becomes problematic, because you're projecting into what you see and you're trying to change other people's free will. The biggest thing that you always have to watch with or without energy tools is stop trying to change people's free will. Be there for what you want, be there for what you do, but that is all about your pendulum. And you'll start referencing this so much because it's just really good, and it's good. It keeps you at peace. It keeps you grounded. I keep him I have, like I said, I have a bunch of them because when I go places, I'm like, oh my gosh, pendulums. And I'll go and some will work for me. Not some will work because I don't want to pick them up and try them. I just go where the energy is, and I have a really strong connection to different things. And this guy was just one of them. I'm going to fix his little thing, but he'll work regardless. So, but yeah, I wanted to show you that because you guys asked me about it. So that's the wrap on that. If you have more questions, let me know. If you want to do more energy stuff, I got you. Tell me down here below.